SAP Virtual Live Classroom, unlocking user excitement, engagement, and success. Are you looking for an innovative way to bring effective and engaging training to your project teams? In a 2011 presentation, the Brandon Hall Research Group stated that 83% of respondents to their recent survey predicted that virtual would play an even larger role in their organization in the future. Clearly, with growing demands for this flexible, exciting delivery mode, Virtual Live Classroom is here to stay. Is your company struggling with increasing travel costs and shrinking budgets? Concerned about the environmental impact of unnecessary business travel? Challenged by the need to increase employee productivity and satisfaction? Demanding greater business impact and training results? Looking for increased overall ROI? Looking for ways to deliver standard training to remote and dispersed employees? SAP Virtual Live Classroom can be your ultimate solution. SAP Virtual Live Classroom training is instructor-led training using a web-based software platform along with integrated phone conferencing. VLC supports real-time, live instruction and interaction. In fact, VLC is the exact same instruction that customers and partners have experienced in SAP Education's brick-and-mortar classrooms, now optimized for an online environment. SAP Virtual Live Classroom training brings you instruction from highly skilled, qualified SAP instructors, a wide variety of courses to choose from, a learning experience that promotes active interaction with your instructor and fellow classmates, plenty of opportunity to practice on the same training systems as students attending in-person training, learning in an interactive, collaborative, and fun environment. Now let's see what it's like to attend an SAP Virtual Live class. A few days prior to your class, follow the simple instructions in your welcome email to ensure that your computer is set up correctly for class. Then, on class day, enter your virtual classroom by clicking on the link provided to you. You'll enter into the pre-delivery lobby where you can access important information prior to the start of your class. Now I would like to turn it over to Michael, your instructor for the class.
Welcome to SAP Business Objects for SAP NetWeaver. My name is Michael, and I'll be your instructor for this course. If you haven't already done so, please download your courseware from the Student File Share pod. Please feel free to ask questions by typing into the Student Chat pod, by using the status icons, or by unmuting your phone and speaking directly. Okay, we've talked about how Excelsius connects. Now I'd like you to turn to page 127 of your participant guide and take 5 minutes or so to draw arrows in your guide to illustrate how Excelsius connects to SAP. When you're done, we'll work together on the whiteboard to see what you've come up with. Let's review using the whiteboard. Can I have a volunteer draw the first 2 connections?
Sure, I'll give it a try.
Well done, Claire. Who would like to try next? I see that Greg has a question in the student chat pod. Yes, Greg, you're absolutely correct that the data source populates the SWIFT file. Here, I can share an image that will help to better explain this. Before we finish up this unit, I'd like to break into groups of 3 so that you can work on a case study together. For these case studies, you're all going to have access to the live SAP systems that we've been talking about. But before we get into groups, let's poll the class to see what your experience level with SAP Business Objects and BW implementation is. Let me pop up the poll question, and then you can make your selection.
Thanks, Michael. As in SAP's traditional face-to-face classrooms, SAP Virtual Live Classroom emphasizes hands-on learning, providing each registered student with exclusive access to live SAP systems throughout each course. We've shown you a bit of what SAP VLC looks like, but what are SAP customers saying about their VLC experience?
This is the first virtual SAP class I've taken, and I'm very happy with the experience. I saved the travel time and expense, but feel that I learned just as much as if I had attended a class on site. This was a great way to learn.
I really enjoyed the virtual training. It was very nice not to have to travel. The instructor did a good job presenting and kept my attention. I would definitely take virtual training again.
At the end of the Virtual Live Classroom experience, participants are prepared to derive the maximum value from their organization's SAP software investment, have received the same best run instruction that they would have received in a physical classroom, but without the cost of travel, have practiced with SAP software and feel confident in its use, and have enjoyed the flexibility, interactivity, and engagement provided by SAP VLC. In short, give your team the knowledge and skills they need to meet your strategic goals. To get more information and to register for SAP Virtual Live classes, go to our website at www.sap.com and navigate to the education page. The best run businesses run SAP.